Yo, what's happening, guys? Make sure you are getting to work inside the gym with bulletproofing your hamstrings. What that means is we want to achieve balanced leg strength, get a complete aesthetic look of the legs, and to condition them to accept load, stretch, and explosive movements, therefore staving off injury. Let me hit you with some knowledge, guys, about the hammies. They play a role in hip extension and maintaining torso and pelvis alignment, orientation. Therefore, more conditioned hamstring strength will allow for improvements with posture. Guys, posture is everything. Without it, it becomes almost impossible to develop a physique or figure that has good shape and symmetry, and it's hard to move functionally well in the gym. Let's dive into 4 movements that you can use to target your hamstrings. Let's go. An important job for the hamstrings is to sync up with the glutes to extend the hip. This B-Stance RDL is a great example of that. To perform it, guys, set your feet narrow and offset one foot back level with the heel of the other foot. Lift that heel. Make sure you soften the lead knee, but hard down with that lead foot. Now initiate the descent by pushing your hips back and up. Imagine those hips are attached to a rope and the rope is pulling your hips back and up. Allow that DB to ride down the inside of your leg, keeping it nice and close to your body. Do not let it swing away. That activates your posterior chain muscles. Ride the DB to below the knee or as far as you can go before the knee starts to flex. Now mindset inside the hamstrings. Squeeze them. Allow the glutes to help out and pull those hips forward into extension. Next we have the Nordic Curl movement, which is good because knee flexion and extension is performed without huge assistance from the hip muscles, therefore isolating those hamstrings really well. Pushing your feet up hard against the foot supports gets you locked in. Set the knee joint at 90 degrees. Now begin to extend the knee, squeezing the hamstrings to control that extension until you feel a spot where your body needs help to control further extension. Here's where we use the arm support, guys, to take tension from the hamstrings onto the upper body. Let them work together. That will allow you to descend further into knee extension. Do not let that bar roll in front of the shoulders, guys. Keep it close around that chest range. Descend as low as you can. Watch the abs don't sink. Keep them tense through the movement. Go as low as your upper body strength allows. Now squeeze hard through the hamstrings to flex the knee and return back to the top. These lying hamstring curls seem to isolate knee flexion and extension well, and due to our body being fixed on the floor, it doesn't rock back and forth like it can sometimes do when we're machine leg curling. Lie on the floor, guys, squeezing a ball between your legs. As you can see, Gemma has her feet around that middle area of the ball so she can achieve more range at both ends. Curl your feet towards your butt, squeeze that ball, bring it in as tight as possible. Be mindful not to overarch the lower back as you do so. Keep that squash nice and heavy. Now hold it there for a moment before you extend the knee and open up that knee joint back to its original place. And finally we have the Barbell Hamstrings Hip Thrust. The hamstrings, guys, are a key player in posterior chain strength. So here, with this barbell exercise, we can achieve that mission. First, place your feet flat on the floor because we want whole foot contact here. Unlike the standard barbell hip thrust, where we emphasize the heels, we drive them in hard and sometimes lift the front toes up. We need that bias towards the hamstrings so we have the knees in more of an extension position. That loads them up. Now bridge up as high as mobility or strength will allow. See how Gemma has a straight line from her knees to her hips to her shoulders at the top of the movement. Go even higher if you can. Keep pressure through the floor as you squeeze the hamstrings and flex the hip, descending it back down. There you have it, guys, 4 great exercises that you can program in to maximize gains in the hamstring area. Get them strong, get them conditioned, get them bulletproof. Focus on style and form, slow the movements down, get your load right, feel the muscle through the reps. Let's go.